Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the table flip phase.
The only podcast that forgot to buy their snow-covered mountains.
I'm your host, Holyman, and with me is my co-host, Durganlord. How you doing today?
Good. I'm getting wrecked on draft. I'm getting wrecked on MTGO by all foil decks.
Yeah, what a glorious time we live in. Foil decks are the way of the future. I'm telling you. But I guess first we should talk about the little people. Let's do a brief message on the GPs we missed. Warsaw and Santiago for standard. It looks like Delirium is strong still.
Yeah, it's one of the best decks right now. It checks Blue-White Flash's weaknesses, and Blue-White Flash checks its weaknesses. And it's got the slight edge over the Blue-White Flash matchup, so it's very popular.
What does the Blue-White Flash deck do to counter this Delirium monster?
It counters their stuff.
Okay.
That's the only thing. And then praise they don't draw too many Selfless Spirits into their Liliana in game one.
Seems legit. The only interesting thing that really came out of that weekend was the rise of green-black aggro Delirium, which is just a lower curve Grimflayer, Catacomb Sifter, Kalitas, Gear Hulk. What's your thoughts on that deck?
So that deck is good against the mirror, but it's really bad against blue-white.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
if you're going in a meta full of just green-black, you should go the aggro?
Yeah. Because,
okay.
But if, you're expecting a lot of blue-white flash in your meta, then it's not a very good choice, because it makes your matchup worse against white-blue flash, which is essentially the reason why you're playing green-black Delirium, is you want a good matchup against blue-white flash.
Okay.
The lower curve just kind of, makes it a little bit worse there.
How does it do against the vehicles deck?
I'd imagine about the same as regular green-black Delirium.
Okay, and in GP Santiago, the other special deck worth mentioning is probably the blue-red Colossus deck.
And the blue-red Fever Visions deck.
Oh yeah! Fevered Visions isn't dead?
Nope. Because Fever Visions before was a really good matchup against Black-Green Delirium. Now it's just hola. It's okay against White-Blue Flash. It's not that excellent, though. I've never lost against it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think the craziest thing out of this deck is it runs the 2008 housing market crash.
Yeah, good old Chandra.
That is Chandra. 2 in the main board. Do you think that's worth it still, going on in the later weeks, or is that just whatever?
She's alright. The vehicle meta is not that huge right now, which makes Chandra a little bit better. Because that's the reason why she fell out of favor. She does check some blue-white flash threats, she can come down, kill a spell color, kill a non-indestructible Avacyn, or in my instance, I played against red-black aggro Chandra and they hit my Gisela, which felt pretty bad.
No, yeah, I could imagine that would feel pretty bad.
But yeah, it's a pretty good card. I'd imagine it gets boarded out against vehicles, but other than that, I think it's pretty good.
Okay. And then there's 3 Bedlam Revelers in the side. What are you going to use Bedlam Reveler for?
What do you want to use Bedlam Reveler? Yeah, Bedlam Reveler for, to discard your hand of nothing and draw 3.
So that's about it?
Basically. So I guess in matchups where you empty your hand really fast. Really
flash?
Yeah. Really fast.
Boy.
That you want to board that in. Surprised it doesn't have it in the main, though. Not at least 1 or 2.
No, yeah, I would have at least 1 in the main. Over, I guess Thermo Alchemist is good. Storm Chaser Mage is just a good blocker against the other stuff.
Yeah, it's, Storm Chaser Mage was always pretty good when I played against it, but it's not too good against Reflector Mage.
Worst card in the deck is the Fever Visions.
Oh, I love that card. Trust me, I had to strain myself to not try to play this deck.
Oh yeah, I bet. And then the Blue-Red Colossus is the Colossus deck. We saw the Pro Tour. Except it burns you with harness lightning. Well, it doesn't burn you. It burns your
creatures.
creatures. On that, it seems the exact same. Elder Deep Fiend, so your Colossus can get through. Clintness Crane, so you can find your Colossus.
I don't know, Sky Sovereign's pretty sexy.
They've always had Sky Sovereign
Yeah,
because it's sexy.
Come down, kill 3, and get a -5 bonus on your Colossus.
Reckon those things. And I guess Deadlock Trap is okay for when you need to tap a Planeswalker. Take that, Jace. Other than that, it's pretty stock. Sideboard, pretty stock. Has a Padim for when you need to make your Metalwork Colossus. What straight up kills Metalwork Colossus?
What?
That's played by
Stasis Snare.
Is that it?
I play one of Skylar's shot that does. There's Declaration in Stone, so if they like go off and get like a bunch of Metalwork Colossuses, and you're like boom boom boom.
Yeah, that blowout would be pretty sad.
That would just completely wreck them.
I want to talk about that Sky Whaler shot, though. Can you imagine this dude's on a harpoon and he's just like, yep, there's a Colossus.
Kapow!
It'd be a shame if someone shot it.
But yeah, like, it's not that good against like what Stasis Snare or Deck and Stone would be, because they can just get it back.
Okay.
Because it's got the other ability of sack 2 artifacts, return it to your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And whereas Deck and Stone and Stasis Snare was just like, nope. You don't get this stuff.
Shuts it down. So this deck essentially has, I don't know, close to 8 ways of getting. It has 6 different ways of getting. Oh no, it has 10 ways of looking for Metalwork Colossus. The 4 Glintness Crane, 4 Sanctum Vugan, and 2 Inventor's Fair, which is pretty good.
I would imagine that this deck is pretty good against Delirium, because it's one of those janky decks that White Blue Flash tries to keep in check. This deck is also probably be pretty good against White Blue Flash if game 1, because we don't have like that much hard removal.
Oh yeah, this is a really good game 1 deck. Other than that, what do you bring in against the Flash deck, really? Negate?
Well, if your opponent's going to try next level you and think you have a bunch of Deck and Stone, they would bring in Padim to protect your Colossus, which is pretty good because I would bring in my other 2 Deck and Stones in for it. It's got Tears of Valakut.
Right, for when you need to blow up your Avacyn with Flying Roast.
It has Incendiary Sabotage. I guess that could be good if your opponent doesn't have a Selfless Spirit. But yeah, I would say Tears, Padim, and maybe a couple Incendiary Sabotage.
Okay.
I don't know. If I was playing this deck, that's what I would be scared of, is Padim and Tears of Valakut mostly. I wouldn't be that afraid of Incendiary Sabotage. Like if
Not that big on the online meta?
I've never played against online meta.
Really?
Yeah. If I was scared of that, I'd probably just play Gideon and make an emblem immediately to get out of range.
Just to punch it? Okay. Well, let's talk about a real hero. A goddamn hero. Kevin Mackey.
Good old Scred.
People talked about how Modern's dead. Well, guess what, folks? It's not. Not only do we have the 2008 housing market in this deck as a one-of, but we have 4, not 2, not a one-of, not even a 3-1 split. 4 Koth of the Hammers.
And guess what? We have 3 of my favorite card, Stormbreath Dragon.
That's right. And we also have 3 of the old Jund classic, Pia and Kieran Nalaar.
We still have got the 3 of the best enchantment of Modern, Bloodmoon.
Oh yeah, as a main deck, because screw you, greedy 3-color decks. Don't forget your 3 of 1 of Anger of the Gods. And then the weird one, Eternal Scourge, because
Kevin Mackey thought it was cool. That's essentially why it's in the deck, because he thought it was a cool interaction.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's just like, oh, I can get it back with Relic at any time. It's basically a recurring threat, and he's just like, this is pretty cool. I'm going to put 2 in there. And when I anger the gods and it gets exiled, I can just recast it again. 3 mana 3/3.
This guy's a hero. There's even a magma jet for when you need to deal 2 and scry 2.
I love this deck.
This deck, folks, this is the future right here. Scred. It blood moons. It does everything. It has a batter skull. It ramps. There's... I don't see anything... Where's its sideboard? It has 2 Goblin Rabble Master.
Love it.
This deck is the...
It's got a ricochet trap once it wants to redirect those ancestral visions.
This deck is like, someone was like, you know how Theros Khan's block was a really good time? What if I brought this back with Blood Moon and Lightning Bolts? But how are you going to make it good? Scrying Sheets.
Good old scrying sheets. I actually had a person, when I was just starting out to play Magic, I tried to dabble in a bit of Modern. Played some Delver. And like there was this person that always played Scred, and he would just freaking destroy everybody in the tournament.
Oh, man. Wait, he was playing Scred?
Yeah.
The guy who played the mono red deck? That was Scred?
This was like 2 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, I always respected Scred. That 1 mana instant that could deal 6.
No, yeah, this is a respectable deck.
I saw it. I don't think I got his name. I saw Corey Burkhart cast a Tassiger, and then Kevin Mackey was just like, Scred. Kill it.
That's actually go on to our next... Let's actually talk about Corey Burkhart's deck, because Scred is the only thing he lost to.
Bringing control into a Modern tournament. I mean, Corey Burkhart said, I just wanted to play this deck. It's my baby. I'm going to lose a lot. And he did.
Well, he defied that. Counter Squall for when you need to negate with Flare. Cryptic Command. Colligan's Command. That's a lot of command. Terminate. It's your classic removal deck.
Mm-hmm. Removal deck.
Oh, man. And then the 3 Tassigers. I'm just like, for when Snapcaster isn't enough.
And the 1 mainboard EE, they actually saw a lot of use.
The mainboard what?
Engineer Explosives.
Oh, of course. Engineer Explosives is like... I would say it's a modern staple at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gets rid of so many things. It's like, hey, elves, you're dead. Hey, merfolk, you're dead. Hey, Zoo, you're dead. Unless Zoo is faster than him, which we'll get to in a little bit. Sideboard, Anger the Gods, because that's really good. Surgical Extraction. Oh, what?
Against Dredge. Hashtag good against Dredge.
Yeah. Is it Static Caster? For when you need to kill tokens?
I guess so, yeah.
Sun Droplet, good against Burn.
Mm-hmm. Fulminary Mage, good against lands.
What's this one card? Damnation?
Damnation.
Damnation. That's weird. It's almost like Wizards never prints it. But I don't know. Any last words on the Grixis control deck?
It's control. It's a deck.
Seems legit.
It's got Creeping Carpet and Snapcaster Mage.
Ah, yes.
And Surgical Extraction. I think he said that was his best sideboard card.
Surgical Extraction?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me at all. That's just really good.
He's just like, oh yeah, this Amalgam. Pick it up.
Amalgam! Well, Mike May's Infect deck. Guess what, folks? It's an Infect deck.
It covers all of 3 of the Infect decks that made the top 8.
I would say the craziest thing with Mike May's Infect deck is he has a 2 of a Rancor.
I love Rancor.
Other than that... Oh, does he not have Blossoming? No, he doesn't have Blossoming. Mike May was not on the Blossoming package. He was like, Rancor's better. That, it's Infect. I don't know what people expect.
You get killed by a blighted agent become immense.
Exactly, and which we'll discuss become immense in a little bit.
Mhm.
On to Jeskai Control, and not the standard version. Though, weirdly enough,
It's got
guess who
Eternal
made it?
Gearbook.
Yep. Other than that, has 3 Supreme Verdicts?
It's got 3 Think Twice.
What?
In Logic
This
Not.
is 2 Sphinx's Revs. Folks, this is the deck.
This is
While
the
we're on-
back of blue-white control from old Standard.
Oh man, to the good old days. The only trash card in here is the Ajani, because it's Ajani. Other than that... Nah, I'm joking. I think Ajani's... Ajani. I'm sorry, folks. I would say it's pretty good. Lightning Helix on a stick. Taps a thing. It does what it needs to do.
Love me some Logic Not.
Who doesn't love Logic
And
Knot?
Think Twice. When I saw Think Twice, I was like, yes. I love Think Twice.
It's solid. It's a great card. I had it in an EDH deck for a while because I'm like, yeah, draw a card. I just love it.
Yeah, Standard control sideboard, Timely, Halo, Click, Explosives.
Elspeth.
Mhm.
Because, you know,
Nothing too exciting.
I don't know. Elspeth. 6-drop in Modern. That's pretty crazy. Isn't the game supposed to be over by then?
Nah.
Nah.
Oh.
Well, let's talk about a world
control
champion.
deck.
BBD's Dredge. Dredge is really popular right now, especially among the Roanoke crew. So I'm not at all surprised that BBD was running it. Even
Yeah.
though he was on the Band Eldrazi wagon for a while, which is really solid.
Let me go and tell you the story. So this was on Ross Merriam's article.
Yas.
Upon returning to my hotel room, I encountered a wild Brian Bronduin, who should have been playing it in the top 8. At that point, we had the following exchanges. Me, so you got crushed. BBD, yep. Me, by what? BBD, Scred. Me. Ross Merriam,
So what-
2016.
Ross Merriam, 2016. So what you're saying is, it's really good?
I'm saying Dredge is Red is really good against Dredge, but Dredge is good against everything else.
Yeah, why is Dredge really good against everything else? Does it just outvalue?
Because Cathartic
Everything?
Union. You get turn 2, you get 9 power pressure on the board.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Other than that, do you think... I can't believe this is a deck. I remember when people were like, Dredge is dead. We need to... Golgari Grave Troll does nothing. Now look at it. Look at it!
It's the best card in the deck.
The sideboard, I don't know. It looks like a standard sideboard with the exception of the Vengeful Pharaoh.
Now, Vengeful
Well-
Arrow is usually pretty stable against creature decks. BVD's favorite sideboard card was Nature's Claim. To
Yeah, that makes
go,
sense.
The good old Rest in Peace or Leyline of the Void.
Ah, yes. I bet Leyline of the Void is the scariest possible thing.
Turn 1, Leyline.
How does one hand? I'm gonna play my Golgari. Oh no, they don't run the Thug.
Well, obviously BVD was prepared for the hate if he was the only Dredge player that made top 8 out of this. Was he?
Yeah.
There was only one Dredge.
No, yeah,
player
he
in the
was.
top 8.
He's the only Dredge player. If I remember the meta breakdown of day 2, I think Dredge was the second biggest at like 9%.
With Infect being the most.
Oh yeah, Infect was at the most. Speaking of Infect, the other Infect guy, he runs 3 Blossoming Defense. Other than that, it's the exact same deck.
In the last deck we have is Titan Shift.
This is a popular deck. This has become one of the bigger decks.
Well, you like killing people with mountains, but instead of doing it with snow-covered mountains, you just bolt them with regular mountains.
I think that's great. Does this one run the through the breach? Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Titan shift.
Get 2 triggers.
Through the breach. This is the good deck. It does what it needs to do. It's solid. Are we gonna have to ban Primetime?
It's not that huge. Like, it's not. This deck isn't like as oppressive as I would say Infect or Dredge.
Fair enough.
Preferably Infect. Looking at the
Yeah.
top 8.
I guess we got to talk about the elephant in the room. So this top 8 is far more diverse than what we've seen in the SCG Opens and the Classics. Let's take a quick look at the Classic from that Jeff Hoagland won. Actually, that Classic is fairly diverse as well.
We're just getting smacked whenever we try to say like, ban this card.
Generally, for the SCG Opens and modern GPs, Infect has been a huge player, along with Dredge. And Suicide Zoo is right there as well. This is like one of the few exceptions of a top 8 where Suicide Zoo hasn't showed up, which is weird. And so there's a lot of buzz around, should we ban Become Immense?
Yeah, I think Efro mentioned it on the next ban that they should ban Become Immense and Grave Troll. Was the 2 cards that they were banning.
You agree, though?
I think the banning of Grave Troll would not kill Dredge. It would be a hinder. They'd probably just replace it with, like you said, Golgari Thug.
Yeah, Street Thug.
Yeah, it'd still be a pretty solid deck. And Become Immense, it's got the keyword that killed Modern.
Yeah, Delve. I used to not be on the ban Become Immense bandwagon. Now I'm like, it makes total sense. There's just, I don't think Modern's in a particularly unhealthy place right now, but I can see how Become Immense does warp things.
Yeah, and the thing that made Dredge so explosive was Cathartic Reunion. So people are actually saying that they should ban Cathartic Reunion in Modern, which I don't think is a good idea.
Dredge was already doing really good before Cathartic Reunion showed up.
And Cathartic Reunion just made it like
just that much better.
Started from the bottom, now we are.
No, we get exactly. Except, as in the case with Drake and Ben Franklin, they weren't at the bottom. They were already there, so they just went up. So, I totally can see the argument for banning Golgari Grave Troll. If it comes down to it and they don't, I won't be particularly upset.
I won't really be either, considering looking at this top 8 here, it's not like it was really oppressive with Dredge.
No, it really isn't. And if Dredge goes and is no longer the super oppressive deck it is, that just brings back an Abzan Company. And do we want Abzan Company running around as big as it was again?
Oh, it's not that bad of a deck. It's not as bad as Birthing Pod.
No, yeah. There was talk that Company should be banned because Abzan Company was so strong, but now that Graveyard is so... Graveyard Hate is so pushed right now that Abzan Company can't survive, but somehow Dredge is surviving it. So, who knows?
Because Graveyard Hate is the form of enchantments, and Dredge has the color green. With the good old one-drop
so did Abzan Company.
Apparently, I guess Abzan Company can't handle enchantments.
Apparently. They're not even intense enchantments, it's just Rest in Peace. And Leyline of the Void.
And Grafdigger's Cage.
Grafdigger's Cage. I would say Grafdigger's Cage is probably the most dangerous card for all 3. Because it's just like, ha! You suck. We would talk about the SCG Open. I mean, the SCG Classic for Modern, but it looks like...
I suck at Legacy and Modern, so...
Yeah, so do I.
The input that we're going to give on this is not going to be very good.
No, yeah. Every input you should hear us say should be taken with a grain of salt. except on the island of Wok Wok.
Predicting 100% fact.
It's gospel. But the classic, I don't know.
So
Not as many intense people are playing it.
I
So
love
it's not as. Oh yeah.
I love the deck that took first though in the SCG Open, the Shardless Sultai list, because it's got Leovold in it. It's got
Does
a
it
one of
really?
Leovold.
Shardless Sultai. This is a good deck. The return of Shardless Sultai doesn't surprise me. It got the Deluge. It got the Liliana Mind Sculptor. Liliana Mind Sculptor. Liliana, the Mind Sculptor of the Veil. +1. Either opponent.
Each player sacks or target opponent sacks a creature, or you look at or Fate Seal one.
I would say the cool thing about Legacy decks is that their deck lists are really tight, and this deck list is super tight. It's just a piece of, I don't know, it's art. It does what it wants to do. With the exception of the Master of the Wild Hunt, which seems like a random card to have.
It seems like a standard All-Star from M10.
Other than that, everything in the deck just seems like it plays to what it needs to do. Leovold makes total sense, though.
Yeah.
That crap's on Brainstorm. The all-star of the format. Or used to be the all-star of the format, because now we have things like... I guess we're not there yet. But anyway, let's talk about the real boogeyman of the format.
Miracles?
And apparently... Yep. Piloted by Joe Lissette, the Miracle Man. Also GP Boogeyman. If you want to win anything, you have to beat Joe Lissette in the finals.
But yeah, Joe Lissette's playing his favorite deck, and he always plays it pretty well.
Whoa, who would have thought? I think the funniest thing I saw...
You know how I know Joe Lissette's a good Miracles player?
How do you know?
He doesn't go to time every single round.
Oh, yeah. They actually talked about that. They were also talking about how he always seems to have wear and tear at the top of his deck.
Oh yeah, they're just like, before Joe Lissette goes to bed at night, he makes sure wear and tear is at the top of his deck. I didn't know. I actually did not know that interaction until I saw it. I'm like, wait, you get to choose both sides for the counter? I'm like, that's dumb.
It's so solid. Is Miracles still? Would you say Miracles is still the great boogeyman of the format?
Yeah, for Legacy, definitely.
I mean, Legacy's definitely more solid than Modern in terms of deck diversity, and you can do whatever you want. But you definitely have to be ready for Miracles. Wow, I wish I could talk today.
Obviously. And then there's lands. I
lands.
saw a turn 2... God, I forgot what it was called.
Dark Depths?
Yeah.
Merit Lage?
Yeah, turn 2 Merit Lage twice.
Oh, dear God. Yes. Hi, I'm playing Death and Taxes. Hi, I'm playing lands. Oh.
Hi,
okay.
Land. But then they get a Krakus from Merit Lage.
Oh, boy. Well, how exciting. That's actually a really good interaction. Lands. The deck we could never afford because of Tabernacle.
Good old Tabernacle. The good old $1,000 card. Well, I think it's even more than that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
Is it on...
What Land sees? So
what?
I don't know if I know I'm 102% accurate that both of these lists run 4 Island of Wok Woks.
No, yeah. Every list in this top 8, in the top 32, runs Island of Wok Wok. You should just take our word on it.
Yep. Don't even look at the results.
If you're looking at the results, you're a liar. You're a big phony.
One of these days. we'll see an actual one of Island of Wok Wok and we'll cry.
Here's a weird Legacy deck. In 5th was Bant Deathblade. Because why not?
Because
Jitte
also runs Leovold.
Oh yeah, because like I said, you want to crap on their brainstorm. They're like, oh, I'm gonna ponder. They have to ponder. And how many decks have ponder? I love these decks. I love the Deathblade decks.
This deck does.
They're just like, ha, take pain through swords, and I really like that.
Like I said,
I don't know what I was trying to say.
Excellent legacy.
Excellent legacy. Deal swords. Much good. Wow.
Much
Such
good.
Stoneblade.
Delver, Force of Will, Brainstorm, GG.
Wow. Great summary on Grixis Delver. Hey, look who got out of prison.
Gerard Fabio. I saw that. I'm just like, oh my god, he's back.
No, if I remember correctly, wasn't he banned for a while?
I'm not exactly sure.
Let me look this up.
Gerard Fabiano. No, not prison. Gerard. Man. There used to be a pretty big meme, like, among just gamers, like, popular, like, professional gamers, like, if they don't show up for a while, they just say, like, this guy's in jail.
Oh yeah, he was banned.
For what?
I'm looking that up. It says he was banned. Apparently it was DQ'd from SCG Philly. Oh no. That's not it. Come on, tell me things.
Yeah, he's probably back from his suspension.
He's back from his suspension, but I can tell you why. It's because he was in prison, guys. Get your head out of the gutter. This is the real deal. 2015.
That's when he was banned?
Yeah. I guess he took a shortcut.
And they banned him and they suspended him for a year?
He argued with the judge.
Oh.
Yeah, it sounds like he just made the situation worse. Anyway, that was Legacy. How exciting!
Yeah, like I said, we're not good at Legacy, so don't, because we're too poor to afford volcanic islands.
Oh boy, the only deck I play is Poverty.
Don't get me wrong, I like watching it. It's just we suck at it.
Ah yes, that's a good question. Which is better to watch, Modern or Legacy?
I actually watched the Modern tournament more than the Legacy tournament when it was on.
So, I would say back in the day, Legacy was more entertaining to watch. In
Yeah,
Treasure Cruise day.
Back when
That was
SCG was like standard Legacy instead of standard Modern like they are now.
That was a good time for Legacy, because you're just like Treasure Cruise, dig through time. That was when the format was entertaining to watch.
But then they had to introduce that evil keyword that got banned in every single format.
Delve. I hate you. And then Modern was lame because it was like Pod, Twin you. I guess it was occasionally fun to watch the Mana Bloom decks go off.
Mm-hmm.
But like, how do you handle the Mana Bloom? Oh gosh.
Good old turn
two. Good old turn two. Kids these days, they don't know about fast decks. In my day, Primetime killed you turn two.
It was turn two. It was turn two Hive Mind and then Summoner's Fact for Primeval Titan.
Those were the good old days.
That's how they won.
Not this pansy-esque become immense. Alright.
Yeah, speaking of Eternal Masters, Wizards announced that they are doing another print run of Eternal Masters.
Yas. This is great. I think this is great news. This is so the thing Wizards has right now is they're in a lull. People are like, yeah, we've drafted enough Kaladesh, we get it. So now they can be like, here's a little bit of something to make you happy on the side, while helping prices. I think this is good. What do you think, Durganlord?
I think it's good too. I always like it when they do special sets like this. I honestly would prefer Modern Masters do another print run of that, but I think it's Legacy season right now. Is it or is it not? I'm not sure.
It's Legacy season.
So yeah, it's a good time to do this.
The only downside I could see of this is that Conspiracy 2 wasn't open enough.
And then there's people who bought like 3 boxes of Eternal Masters and are just sitting them on there right now. They just went, no!
Dear God, no. But I'm thinking the print run is just going to be like, have a box, store. You have a box. You're a big store, have 2 boxes.
It's going to be about the same as last time, which means that, like, at least here, everybody who wanted a box ended up getting one.
In a box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be like Modern Masters 1 print run.
We cracked a lot of packs that day.
Yeah.
Oh boy!
That was fun.
Yes, it was. Shall we talk about finance?
Sure.
Oh boy.
So, best quote from GP Dawes Fort Worth. Good luck finding snow-covered mountains.
No joke. Not only that, scrying sheets, which went up by 148%, from $6 to $15. Congratulations, folks, we did it.
We can now put snow-covered permanents into our hands.
I can't wait. Just
Koth.
seems good.
Good old
What?
Koth went up.
Yeah, Koth went up. Koth deserves it. If anyone deserves it, it's him. After the what?
There's a lot of commander movement from the new commander sets.
That does not surprise me at all.
Mm-hmm.
Stonehoof Chieftain? Why?
It's got trample and indestructible. Whenever another creature you control attacks against trample and indestructible until end of turn.
Do you think that's why Argivian Archaeologist went up? AKA Dude in Khakis? Because of the new Brea deck?
I have no idea.
It's pay 2 white, return 1 artifact from your graveyard to your hand.
It's probably got to be. Summon Archaeologist.
That's right, folks. It's wearing khakis, too. And a polo.
I'm going to run Khaki Tribal.
Khaki Tribal?
We'll play Cavern of Souls, naming Archaeologist.
I gotta look that up, because I'm pretty sure he's not an archaeologist anymore.
Or looking the Oracle text for it.
Yes. There is no way. Oh, it's a human artificer.
Oh, dang it. Dang it.
What's the point?
Remember when, I think, somebody was playing Banto Eldrazi, and they named Badger with their Cavern of Souls.
For all 2 Badger cards?
Yep.
Waste Not went up.
That's the Waste Not from the Commander deck, though.
For all of you who care about Waste Not.
Gideon is now a $30 card.
Congratulations, we did it.
Pact of the Titan went up.
Pact of the Titan. So, this is the Saffron Olive effect. Whenever he posts a deck, everybody's like, oh, it's so cheap. And then they buy it all and it goes up. This is his fault. Oh, it went from $5 to $6. Yeah, that's all the people who suffered the same fate as I do, who are like, yeah, we're going to win this turn. And then they don't.
Yeah, I think Snow-Covered Mountains now are like $2 a pop, whereas before I think they were like 80 cents or something like that. And a lot of them are, and they're pretty low stock.
Does anyone have stock? They should just do
TCG Player has stock, but Star City Games is out.
That doesn't surprise me.
But like TCG Player is like, you can buy 1 Snow-Covered Mountain for this much, and then you have to go to the next retailer. So you have to order 20 Snow-Covered Mountains from 20 different retailers.
Idea. What if, you know how they're doing they're testing out EMA flashback drafts, essentially?
Yeah.
They're like, here, have some EMA.
Put snow-covered lands in them.
Put snow-covered lands in them, or do a cold snap flashback for all 2 people who would play it.
Cold Snap and Homelands flashback. Here you go, players.
I got a Baron Sengir. Oh,
I got a Narwhal.
It's gonna be a thing. You wait and see. It's totally gonna be a thing.
Thank you for continued support, MTG community. From Woods of the Coast, we bring you Homelands flashback drafts.
I wonder how many cards are on the reserved list.
I think Narwhal is, and Narwhal continues to go up and down. think it's like a $2 card.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Another random card that went up, Spring Jack Shepherd, by $1.
Stormy went up by 14 cents.
Oh boy. And just so you people don't think we talk about things that went up, Master of Ethereum went down because it's our reprint. Same with Colonian Hydra. How is Colonian Hydra still $5?
It's because it's casual crack.
Oh yeah, they're just like double my
+1, +1 counters.
I can't wait. Scavenging Ooze went down, which is actually a good thing.
Candelabra went down because High Tide stopped seeing play.
Oh no. Oh, same with 4-post. 8-post. Is it 8-post? 8-post. Make Legacy great again.
And you know how we're going to do that?
By banning Delver?
No, by more Island of Wak-Waks in the top 8, because Island of Wak-Wak went up.
That's right, folks! Island of
$85.
Wak-Waks! It went up by $10.
Best card. We weren't joking when we said there's 12 Island of Wak-Wak in our land decks in the top 8.
Oh no, there's more than that. Every deck has
The full
at least
32
4
copies in the top 8.
Yes. For when you need to turn your opponent's Leovold into a 0 power.
It does have
Or
flying.
their Belful Strix
They have to
into a
give it
0 power.
Stratus Walk.
What they did. They're just like, Cascade into Stratus Walk? Perfect.
Oh my god.
Gonna give it fly. Island of Wak-Wak is now $85. Which means you need to buy more Island of Wak-Wak.
So the stacks, contact your local game store and buy out their Island of Wak-Waks.
Oh yes, if you don't buy out their Island of Wak-Waks, you should feel bad, because it's going up. Buy more.
Alright, yeah. I think that covers our finance. Snow-covered mountains and Island of Wak-Waks.
What a great time to be alive. Now let's talk about a serious thing for you nerds who want to improve your game. We're going to talk to a local grinder of the Magic community. And with me is Durganlord. Hey Durganlord.
What's up?
I hear you grind PPTQs.
In good old southern Idaho.
Oh boy.
The best place to grind.
There's going to be a tournament every once in 3 months. Isn't
Yeah.
it great?
I was in an RPT last September, where if I won one more game, I would have gone to Pro Tour. I would have been in the top 8 at least of that RPTQ and had the possibility of going to Pro Tour college. But no, I go 3-0 and then I lose 3 straight games.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
So here's my chance of redemption. Here in my local area, we're having a double PPTQ weekend on both Saturday and Sunday. So in case I scrub out of the one on Saturday, I still can play on Sunday.
So, Durganlord, tell me what you do to get ready for a PPTQ.
Well, lately, I've been playing a lot of MTGO, just playing the list that I plan on taking to the PPTQ on a bunch of MTGO leagues, run it through a few times, and optimize cards, like sideboard slots and everything like that, into what I think my local meta is going to be like. Which, from what I tell, white, blue, flash, and green, black.
Oh wow, so it's like every other meta.
And Teamer summonings. Can't forget the 3 Teamer summonings copies in Southern Idaho.
Why?
I don't think any of them made the top 8 from what my friend told me.
There's 9 decks at the F&M. Teamer summonings did not make the top 8.
But yeah, I just practice a lot of Magic Online, because Magic Online is just, it's pretty competitive because you're playing against a lot of people who are playing the best decks, so you get to play a lot. And so I've been running through it with my trusty blue-white flash deck, and just trying to optimize it as much as I can to have the best shot in the mirror and against the green-black Delirium matchup.
All right. So what would be your advice to people who are like, this is my first PPTQ, I'm really nervous, I don't know what I'm gonna do? What would you tell them?
I O2'd my first PTQ. So
Wasn't your first PPTQ sealed though?
Yeah. But yeah, like just try your best. Don't expect to do well because PPTQs are really competitive. You'll like get all the best players around in your area to do so.
So basically, it's where every F&M hero meets up and is like,
Yep.
"Hey, are you ready to fight?"
And then they whip out their game day champion mats.
Look at my game day champion, Matt. Oh,
Funny thing, I actually don't use my game day champion mats in like competitive events like PPTQs or RPTQs or Grand Prix.
really?
Yeah. I'll use my Pokemon versus Yu-Gi-Oh mat.
That's amazing. Okay. Any other advice you would give people for PPTQs?
Just know your interaction. You don't want to get a judge called on you because that'll make you just like really nervous. Well, at least in my
Yes.
case, getting a judge called on you is like super.
Nerve-wracking?
Yeah. The judges are there to help you, so don't think that they're there to try to scumbag you and give you a game loss. They're always there to help you. So if you need help, call the judge.
I would say that's the best general advice most places offer, is that if you don't know or your opponent doesn't know, always call a judge.
Call a judge. Where's the bathrooms? Call a judge. You need a snack? Call a judge.
Need a snack? Call a judge. Well, okay. If your opponent's playing eggs and they still haven't comboed off, then yes, call a judge if you're getting snack.
If my opponent was playing eggs, I'd just call a judge and have him watch the match.
If my opponent's playing eggs, I wouldn't even scoop. I'd just like play it out. Most of the time, people are like, "Oh, I don't got it."
30 minutes later, I don't got it.
Okay, cool. Next game.
But yeah.
Sweet.
Well, the PPTQs this weekend are standard because nobody plays modern here in Southern Idaho. We're not Utah.
Yeah, here in Utah, everybody and their dog is like, "Yeah, we're playing modern," and then it's the opposite where you're at. So it's really interesting. Well, Durganlord, be sure to tell us how you do next week.
Yeah.
If you fail, then we'll get a new co-host. Probably someone like Drake Lord or something.
Drake Lord.
Drake Lady.
Lord Dragon.
Lord Dragon. Lord Durgan.
But yeah, I pre-registered my deck list. I kind of like. I already made a Sunday deck list in case I scrub out of the Saturday one.
That's amazing. Let's actually talk about your deck list. You're running the Teamer Summonings deck, right?
Of course. So this is what my deck called. It's called Teamer Summonings. I run 4 Archangel Avacyn, 4 Gideons, 3 Reflector Mage, 2 Revelationary Rebuff, 4 Selfless Spirit, 4 Copter, 4 Spellcaller, 3 Stasis Snare, 1 Thalia, 4 Thurman Inspector, 4 Prairie Steam, 4 Port 10, 1 West Valley Bite, 6 Island, and 10 Plains. And that's Teamer Summonings.
Wow. Outstanding. It kind of reminds me of the blue-white flash deck.
It's different though. I have one of summoning, allergic summonings in my sideboard.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Who says standard isn't diverse?
But yeah, essentially from playing live online, the only like really change in my main deck is I'm running 3 Reflector Mages, and 4 Selfless Spirits, and only 1 Thalia, and 2 Revolutionary Rebuff. Because slightly worse Mana Leak is okay in Standard.
Why is slightly worse Mana Leak good?
Because Green Black Delirium, what they want to do is they want to tap out on turn 5 and Ishkanah going to give it to you. And then we're like, Revolutionary Rebuff, you say, Ishkanah not going to give it to me.
Oh.
It's also pretty decent in the mirror.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they're just tap out for Avacyn and you're like, no?
Or Gideon, and then you're like, no.
Oh, okay. So would a Revolutionary Rebuff been really good against the token decks back in Innistrad Standard?
The green-white deck?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Because of tap out. Anyway, back to your deck.
Yeah, there's a West Vale Abbey in my land base because... No, I'm bad at making Ormandals.
What do you mean you're bad at making Ormandal?
I
What do you
tried
even
to
sack for Ormondal?
I tried to finesse my opponent by making an Ormondal, and then he clipped wings.
Oh gosh. Were they? I'm surprised people still run clip wings.
Apparently, some random dude playing green white on MTGO did.
Okay, he's running green white first off.
Yeah.
So yeah, he is some random dude. He's running clipped wings.
Yeah. So my removal package, I have 1 Skylar Shot, 3 Stasis Snare, and 1 Deck and Stone in the main. Because removal is good in the mirror.
Really?
Yeah. You can't let them loot off their Smuggler's Copters or cast Absence.
Or just do anything?
Yeah.
Well, what would you say is bad in the mirror?
Like a bad card to draw in the mirror.
Yeah.
Reflector Mage. It's not that good. When all of your,
Oh
when
boy,
all of your
I'm gonna
opponent's spells
Reflector
have
Mage.
flash.
You're a Reflector Mage?
Yeah.
Yo, dog.
Well, like I played against the mirror a couple times, and they've had to Reflector Mage my Thraven Inspector, and that's like the worst feeling thing ever.
Thanks for letting me draw a card in 2 turns.
Like the best thing that Reflector Mage would be good for in this deck is against Spell Queller if they have a spell under it, or like Selfless Spirit. But even then, they can just Spell Queller another spell since you're putting it back in their hand. So that's why I always board out in the mirror.
Okay.
Selfless Spirit's kind of eh. It's not,
Really?
It's not that good because your Selfless Spirit will be attacking into their 2/3 Spell Quellers a lot of the time.
Okay.
It's good if you wanna like have like a risky combat with your opponent, and like just Selfless Spirit to make all your dudes stay alive. The reason why it's also bad is because Smuggler's Copter will always block it.
No, yeah, that makes sense. Smuggler's Copter don't care.
But yeah, so usually things I board out are Reflector Mages and a couple Selfless Spirits.
Okay.
So let's talk about my sideboard.
Yes, please.
I have 1 Blessed Alliance, 2 Deck and Stone, 2 Frag, 3 Gisela, 2 Jace, 1 Linvala, 1 Negate, 2 Spell Shrivel, and 1 Summer Dismissal.
Who's the MVP of your sideboard?
Jace.
Jace? Really?
Yeah,
Of all the cards.
it makes my post sideboard against green black extremely good. As long as I play decently around To the Slaughter, because To the Slaughter can wreck your Jace. But as long as your opponent does not have To the Slaughter, you play around it efficiently enough, Jace will just take away the game from them.
Jace takes away the game from him?
Yeah.
I haven't heard of Jace this powerful since... Oh, never mind. It hasn't been
Since
that long.
last standard.
Yeah. Never mind. Still,
Yeah.
Jace is able to take away the game?
Yeah, because if you're drawing, you can just like out. What's the word I'm looking for? Out sustain green black by just drawing 2 cards per turn.
Trying to out attrition?
Yeah, and just scrying and getting a little bit of card quality off that draw too by that scry.
Okay.
So yeah, you can just draw a bunch of cards and kind of outlive them. But yeah, he's pretty good. I'd say MVP number 2 is Gisela because she makes my aggro matchup a lot better. Speaking of aggro, if you want to beat this deck online, here's a pro tip: if you play a all foil red black aggro list with Expedition Smoldering Marshes, you'll make your opponent draw extremely poorly.
Oh, yes. It's a proven fact. The more blinged out your deck, the more likely your opponents are to mistake. And even the deck gets so nervous about seeing the other deck. It's
They'll just give your opponent lands.
Oh, exactly. Your deck is going through essentially what it's like to meet, like, Bill Gates.
John
You're
Finkel
like,
at a
whoa. Oh, yeah, it's like meeting John Finkel at a GP. Your deck's like, whoa, I can't handle this. So it's like, here, have lands.
Pro
You're
tip.
like, but
Here's how I'm qualified. I played against John Finkel at a GP and I drew with him. It means I'm on equal level as John Finkel.
whoa, you're like half the best player in the world. So good. Does that mean you can run the green-black Seasons Pass deck with no problem?
It's like my favorite green-black deck.
Oh, man.
The green-black Dirtle deck.
So great.
But yeah, Reflector Mage is still good.
What was that?
So Reflector Mage is still good.
Oh, good.
I'll give you a Durganlord TM sideboard plan.
Okay.
So like against the mirror, I kind of already discussed. You take out Reflector Mages and Selfless Spirits, and I put in. You even take out a Gideon, like a Gideon or two, since this is not that good. We basically just make an emblem, and I put in frags, Deck and Stone, a couple spell shrivels, and a Linvala.
For the mirror again?
So I take out I take out my Reflector Mages, my Selfless Spirits, and a couple Gideons. I put in Fragmentize, Declaration Stone, Linvala, and a couple spell shrivels. The reason why is you want removal against this deck. You want to frag their Smuggler's Copters, and you also want to frag their Stasis Snares when they Stasis Snare stuff. Pro tip, I did not know Fragmentize hit enchantments. So
Really?
Yeah.
You're just like, why is this card seeing so much play?
But
Must
yeah,
be
like
good against smugglers.
it hits Stasis Snares, so if they Stasis Snare your stuff, you can just be like, pow. Get it back.
Okay. And what do you put in for the Delirium stuff?
Delirium, that's what my sideboard is made for. So I take out, of course, the 4 Selfless Spirits, because that card is terrible against the because they're just like, oh, you mean my Liliana +1 can actually just straight up kill things now? Sure.
LOL, okay.
Yeah, you take out 4 Selfless Spirits, take out the Thalia. Like, on the play, Thalia is good, on the draw, Thalia is terrible. So you take out that. You leave all your Gideons in, because Gideon is good. You take out probably a Smuggler's Copter and an Avacyn, and then you board in every single blue card in your sideboard.
Every blue card in the side. Alright, folks, I'm taking these notes, so you don't have to. Every blue card in the side.
So, you board in your Summer Dismissal, Spell Shrivel, Negate, and Jace, and you board in your Declaration Stones as well.
Okay.
But yeah, like with Jace, you can just out card them and win that way.
And against vehicles?
I'm gonna clump them all in one because I have the same sideboard plan for vehicles and red-black aggro against the aggressive decks with like Smuggler's Copter and Burn spells. You take out 4 Gideons, because Gideon just dies instantly if you play him. And basically, it's basically like 4 mana make a 2/2 if you play Gideon. Whenever I play against vehicles or an aggro this game 1 with Gideon, I just basically pop him immediately for the emblem. So you take out 4 Gideons. You take out your Revolutionary rebuffs since their relevant spells are artifacts. You take out a Smuggler's Copter. You board in your Gisellas, your Fragmentizes, your Blessed Alliance, your Deck and Stone, and a Negate. Because you gotta catch them off guard with their 1 of Negate. Just be like, pow! Get your Fleetwheel Cruiser.
Get your Fleetwheel Cruiser. Get your Copter. I see. Okay. And then against the foiled out red-black aggro deck, you just sign the match slip, conceding right then and there?
You just turn your computer off. It's too much for you. And then
okay.
If my opponent, like if I go to the tournament and he goes, okay, turn 1 Smoldering Marsh, Expedition, I go, okay, match slip, please. Here's my signature with the frowny face.
Seems legit. Alright, folks. You've learned a lot today. You need to play Blue-White Flash unless you have enough money to run this red-black foil expedition deck.
Yep, and then you just win your entire tournament.
Yes. The fact the pros haven't caught on yet, this is a good opportunity for you to next level them. You heard it here, folks, on the table flip phase. You need to be buying your expedition right now.
Alright, with that, I'm gonna go get my butt kicked at the PPTQ.
And we're gonna hear reports on you getting your butt kicked at the PPTQ.
Have a good day, everyone.
Yep, thanks for watching.
Bye.
And don't forget to play Lands Front. Hi there. I'm one of your co-hosts, Holy Man, giving you an update on Durganlord's double PPTQ weekend. He scrubbed out on us. Yeah, we're gonna have to replace him. Anyway, thanks for watching or listening. See you next time.